Pope Francis is concerned for small Catholic communities that have kept their faith despite war and oppression. Will take him to Bosnia and Herzegovina this weekend.
Mi recherò a Sarajevo, capitale della Bosnia and Herzegovina.
The trip comes just months before the 20th anniversary of the Dayton Peace Accords, which ended the bloodiest conflict in Europe since World War II, the Bosnian War.
The Christian community for many years in Bosnia has suffered. There really hasn't been safety. There hasn't been a sense of this is a safe place to start building again.
Aid to the Church in Need has worked in the Balkans since the 1950s, and they've seen firsthand that the post-war Balkans are still largely divided along ethnic lines. Ed Clancy thinks the Pope's visit is pivotal, as the area could be a breeding ground for Islamic fundamentalism.
The question now is, what do the international forces do? Because obviously the West would like to see it stable there, meaning the secular West. And there's probably a very strong contingent of the very radical Islamic world that wants to see the same thing happen in Europe that's happening now in Iraq and Syria. And they look at Serbia and Croatia and Bosnia as the places where maybe this could happen for them.
Although the peace accords ended the fighting, complex political structures were established, and Catholic Croatians have taken the brunt of discrimination in Bosnia.
You have a continuous sort of pressure put upon certain either ethnic groups, in this case a faith group, and putting them in a subclass, not treating them as equals, not giving them the same opportunities. It would be as if you come into a new town and you don't speak the language. In this case, though, they're not speaking a different language. In fact, they have the same dialects, they have the same everything. The difference, though, is that they're known to be Christians.
The Cardinal of Sarajevo said that peace is still very fragile in the nation, and justice, especially for the Catholic minority, is a long way off.
The threat of radical Islam anywhere is something that has to be combated, and it's important for us to combat it with the message of the gospel, with the work of the Church.
Pope Francis is expected to urge these minority Catholics to go out and cross the cultural bridges, empowered foremost by their faith. Reporting for Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.